Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. Today, as promised, I'm going to be doing a one palette, two look tutorial using the new one from Kaleidos. This is the Flower Punk eyeshadow palette, and this was the last video that I uploaded here on my channel. It was actually swatching the entire Flower Punk collection that was released about 3 weeks ago or so, but I just received mine a couple days ago, and I wanted to do the first video just something a little bit different. So I swatched all of the shades that are in this palette. I blended them, I packed them on, I used the shimmers with a wet brush, with a dry brush, and I just went through the performance of the palette and also the liquid lipsticks, which they are not called liquid lipsticks. They're actually called Cloud Lab Lip Clay, but it's like a matte liquid lipstick. Mine doesn't look matte right now. I'm wearing the shade Dahlia in this one. It doesn't look matte because I put the blue agave lip mask that was in this collection. I have it on underneath, and that is one way to kind of change up the formula and also kind of sheer it out. So if you don't want a heavy duty matte liquid lipstick, then just go ahead and add like your favorite lip balm or the lip mask that comes in this collection, and you can get more of a glossy look. So let's get started with today's video. Now, I've already swatched this palette extensively, so if you want to see those photos and me swatching each and every shade, then I'll definitely have that linked in the description box. I'll also put it up here. That way you can check that out first if you want to see swatches. This video is just all about creating two different looks using the Flower Punk palette, and I'm likely going to be doing a voiceover with this. That way you can know exactly what I'm doing and what brushes I'm using and so on and so forth. Alright guys, so if you want to see this gorgeous new eyeshadow palette, the Flower Punk eyeshadow palette from Kaleidos in action, keep on watching. The first shade I'm going in with is Chlorophyll on a BK Beauty 206 brush, and I'm using a packing / blending motion to really build up the shade in the crease so that it shows up once I slightly blend it out on its edges. The next shade I'm taking is Golden Age, and I'm using a rephr 14 brush just to blend that into the crease and also focus it on the inner corner of the lid. Next, I'm taking the shade Earthship on a rephr number 13 brush. I'm going to primarily focus this on the outer corner of the eye. And first I'm packing it on, and then you're going to see me start to slightly blend it into the crease. I'm not taking it all the way in, just kind of on the outer portion and slightly towards the middle of the eye. Now I'm going to be taking the shade Aloe Cove on a Luxie 245, and I'm going to wet my brush and just place that on the center of the eyelid to kind of create a halo-eyed effect. Now I'm going back in with the shade Earthship on a BK Beauty 204 brush, and I'm just running that along the lower lash line, only halfway towards the inner portion. I'm going back in with Chlorophyll, and I'm focusing that on the inner portion towards middle of the lower lash line using the same BK Beauty brush. And this is the completed look before mascara and eyeliner. To begin with look 2, I'm using the shade Peach Soju on a rephr 15, and I'm blending that in the transition area.
Now I'm going in with the shade Nouveau on a rephr number 13, and I'm packing that on the outer corner and blending it ever so slightly into the crease. Not all the way in, just focusing it on the outer and middle portion of the crease and lid. Now I'm going back in with the rephr 15 brush with no additional product, just using it to blend out the edges and merge the shadows together. Going back in with a little bit more of the shade Nouveau just to build it up to darken up that outer corner. Now I'm going in with the shade Stained Glass on a Luxie 245. This is a dry brush and I'm just going to be focusing that on the inner towards middle portion of the lid. I also decided to use my finger for maximum payoff. Now I'm going in with the shade Mint Fever on a BK Beauty 204 brush, and I'm running that along the lower lash line, really packing it on that lower lash line. Now I'm going in with the shade Sun Gazer on a damp rephr 03 brush, and I'm going to focus this on the inner corner of the eye. And here's what look 2 looks like before mascara and liner.
Alright guys, so these are the 2 completed eye looks using the Kaleidos Flower Punk eyeshadow palette. What do you guys think? Are you feeling more of look number 1 or look number 2? I really like look number 2, the combination between like the pink and the mauve and then the turquoise on the bottom with the gold inner corner. I used every single shade in the palette to create these 2 looks, and I'm very happy with the performance. When I did my initial video, I was happy with the palette as well, but in that video I was just swatching everything. But it's different when you actually sit down and use the palette to create a look and not just swatch it, and I'm loving it even more now. I had no issues with either of the shades. You'll notice that on this eye, I went in with the shimmer shade Wet with a damp brush, but on this eye, I didn't have to. I thought that during that swatch video, I thought that this shade right here, which is that light pink shimmer, it is called Stained Glass. I thought that one worked better dry, and I even liked it better with my fingers. So if you're gonna use that shade, I would recommend either the dry brush or most definitely your finger to get the maximum amount of payoff. But this gold shade right here, this is my favorite shimmer shade in the entire palette, especially just because of its performance. It is called Sun Gazer. This one right here, it's a phenomenal shade. Really, really good shade. And from the swatch video, I did have a little bit of trouble with Earthship blending it out, but today I used it mainly on the outer corner and didn't really blend too much like into the crease and above the crease. It worked perfectly today. And it could also be that I had shadow already laid down on the eyelid versus my swatching video where I just had concealer with no powder. So I definitely think that having the shadow laid down really helped with blending out that particular shade. But overall, guys, I'm loving these 2 looks. I love a green, grungy, smoky eye, but then I love playing with color over here on this eye and just mixing colors together that you probably wouldn't think go together. You'd be surprised, guys. Anything and everything can go together if you just play around and see what works. And that's what I love about colorful eyeshadow palettes, just the fact that we can create so many different looks that you probably wouldn't even think of. But because you have all of these shades in front of you, it just really, it's inspirational. For me, that's what a colorful eyeshadow palette is. It's just inspiration in a palette. All right, guys, so that completes today's video. The rest of the makeup that I am wearing, including the mascara and the eyeliners that I used, will be linked in the description box of this video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Now it's time for me to hear from you. Which side did you like better? What do you think of the new Kaleidos Flower Punk collection? A lot of the pieces are in stock right now, so I'll have the whole collection linked in case you want to check it out and either pick up the entire thing or pick and choose certain pieces. And really quick, just wanted to mention that I did did change lipstick shades, and this one is the shade Sienna. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.